we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Boilermakers will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So UCLA's offense will get first crack at it today. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award now. It is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Jeanty, you saw him
turning it on. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball.
Ernie on the Jets. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting. The snap sets up to throw. It's complete on the right side. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Marshall. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release by the QB. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple of throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The Boilermakers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But Well, we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running back searching for a hole. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one.
There he goes. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So they got nothing on the last play. Here's third and goal from the 1. From the gun, wants to pass. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Rides the back on the option, the give. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Boilermakers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
They'll go to the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Boilermakers are on the move. The corners are walked up tight. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Right back to the well. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Jones to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe of the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run the screen. Inside the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Boilermakers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Purdue! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not one, not two, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same.
Reels it in down the right side. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Breaks into the open. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, UCLA! Fit it in the window for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Coming out with it, it's French. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Power football with the run. Got the first down. Looking for more. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Jones wants to throw it. Shoots it to the left. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete. And the Boilermakers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Running to Green. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Bruins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Marshall. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Jacobs. Touchdown, Bruins! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the ground, it's Hankerson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Jones to throw. Finds his man. It's Harris. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. Now on the return. He gets a block. Touchdown, UCLA! Special teams proving to be special. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 13 over Northwestern. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go back to the air on second down. They get to him as he throws. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to run it in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown! They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Catch in the middle, it's Shaw. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. He got penetration to make the stop in the backfield, and they gave back that 4 they just gained. It's 3rd and 10.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game.
Makes the catch on the right side. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a crease to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beats you.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Looking down the left side. And he makes the catch at the 25.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. Great place to start for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting...
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And he's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like any time the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receivers. Times for...
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his... The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The give to the left. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab behind the line. It's Marshall. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to the right. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Vincent. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Back to the ground game on the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And we have breaking news. They score yet another. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab at the 30. Finds some room. And they're going to put... UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points.